Exactly.
No pussy.
No pussy. It's such a good insult. Because everybody wants pussy. Even gay people.
Listen
Even
here.
gay dudes want pussy. They want butt pussy.
It's
called pussy.
Busey?
Please don't bring butt fart back into this episode. I don't
It's
need
the
it.
front
I don't
butt.
want it.
Oh my god.
What
Front
about
butt.
what about pig, dick, and bitch slit?
Okay, I'm
Tits?
fine with that.
My favorite bands. And right on the cusp of me going to tell you guys more High Jonah stories, but I don't know.
What?
Why would you tease us with that? I feel like that's against the Geneva Convention.
I mean,
it's just
she's
torture.
a tease.
I feel like that's more
This
than
has been
a.
documented.
That's
obviously.
torture. Like,
She's a formerly Christian woman. If that doesn't make you a tease just generally,
Yeah.
I don't know what does.
a big oof energy there.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, you were about to tell us an
Yeah,
amazing,
please.
hilarious story
Regale me.
about. Yes.
By the way, hashtag blue balls matter.
Oh no.
Yikes.
That's gonna trend.
To who? The 3 people that listen to this podcast?
All the
No,
incels.
incel groups.
Yeah.
Yes, I was gonna
Hashtag
say
blue
they're
balls
all
matter.
over that shit.
Done.
Is that our new target audience?
Hashtag
Please.
no pussy.
No pussy.
Yeah.
Came out here. No pussies. No if and the butt pussies.
She touched my front bottom.
That's the name of a band, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Sadly,
Front bottom or front butt? There's
Yes.
exactly. And speaking of ass, welcome and Heil, cum slingers. This is the Disinformed podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm John.
I'm Michael.
I'm Courtney.
and we've got somebody's butt fart happening here this evening, I'm sure.
The legend. of butt
Courtney, you
fart.
were going to say something about someone being high, I
Oh
think.
god.
Yeah, what do you
So
got?
there were 2 instances in the last week where I'm just like, are you okay as a person?
Oof.
And
Whoa.
the first one was he took the same amount that I take for pain management, which is
What?
like way too much for him. And so he was afraid. I got up off the couch. We were watching a movie, and I was going to the bathroom, and he goes, "Hey, you can't leave the room." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "If you leave, I'll disappear." And I was like, "Jonah, babe, like you're not going to disappear. Like it's fine." And so I go to the bathroom. I come back. I said, "Look, you're still here." And he was like, "It was close. I don't know." And so we finish the movie. We go get in bed, and he's laying there, and he goes, he's like wrapped around me, and I'm like, I can't sleep like this. And he was like, "You don't understand. If I let go, I'm gonna disappear." And I was like, "You are not
So-
allowed to
He's-
do this."
His favorite Metallica song is now "I Disappear."
Yeah.
right?
Oh my god, he was in a prison of his own mind.
Oh, he was freaking out. And then last night, I usually put on a podcast to like wind down at night. And we're laying there, and he goes, "Yeah, you should put on, like my favorite bananas," which is a combination of 2 names of other podcasts I listen to. And he goes, "Ha ha ha, it's my favorite gay porn podcast." And he just laughed like that. He was like, "Ha ha ha." I was like, "You're done. You're
My
cut
husband
off.
is dead.
No more."
Yeah, done.
No, her husband is the Invisible Man.
He handed you a picture with a drawing, and it was a stick figure climbing up a staircase to a big black hole labeled hell.
Yeah,
I thought it was interesting that he was walking up to hell.
exactly like
Ascending.
that. Exactly.
Oof.
So, I think we're gonna do Sober October. I think that might be a good choice for us, for him.
Not a bad call. Yes.
Like an overall sober October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I say that as of right now, just like the Joe Rogaines of the world before us, let's do the full podcast Sober October.
Whoa.
Let's see who cracks first.
Oh, that's
me.
gonna be. Ooh. Bet.
It me.
I'll stay up until midnight, 12:01, October 1st.
But why you right though?
I mean, I will say that I'm taking better steps to take care of myself, but I'm not quite ready for a complete sober month. I think I'm still working on just the decrease in general, just like I did with like nicotine and caffeine. So close, I ordered a case of athletic beers, the non-alcoholic IPAs. That was
Athletic-
athletic.
is that what they call it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually I've been buying them every now and again. Like I haven't drank on the podcast say for like my birthday, like maybe one day or two, like since. Wow, so it's been a long time. But like all like the NA beers, and they actually taste pretty fucking good. So.
It's like athletic beer to me evokes an image of like a beer can with a Fitbit.
Dude, so I'm
That's what I was
no fucking joke,
Get your
guys.
steps in.
I hate the name of their brewery, and the only thing I hate more than the name of their brewery is the fact that I've met some of their reps when I was a beer buyer and they were first getting onto the market, and their reps are garbage trash chads, and it's fucking disgusting. They came into the bar I work now and almost got laughed out. And then we started carrying them because, the product still sells. But, yeah, they're very douchey, if you couldn't tell by the name.
Yeah. I mean, you can drink a 6-pack with a 6-pack.
Oh, yeah, I think that was one of their pitch.
No.
Not
no.
that. They're saying, they're like, well, actually, you know.
Are we
so,
already
like,
in the
after-
show? Is that
there's
bullshit?
There's science behind it, bro. So you can go run for like 6 miles or do a really high intensity workout, and then if you drink a beer after, it's supposed to be good for your muscle gain and muscle growth. So actually drinking a beer after you work out's a good idea. But what if I told you that you could do it without the alcohol?
That voice comes too naturally to you.
Yeah.
I've sucked a lot of cock.
He admits it.
True if big. Yes.
Anyway, that was the long-winded way of saying, Shane, I will join you in a sober month sooner than later, but it's not going to be as soon as October.
Yeah, my birthday's October.
But it will not be this day.
Yeah, it will not be this day.
One day, but not today.
Somewhere out
Well,
there.
speaking of putting things off that we probably could get done now, in case you're unfamiliar with the format of this podcast, we like to delve into random esoteric topics like non-alcoholic beers and, explain them to one another. And in the course of doing so, we will leaven in the occasional lie just to make things interesting. And of course, it is incumbent on the co-hosts listening and purportedly paying attention to call out these lies as we hear them, scream posse at them, and make them feel like dude bros.
Bruh. Oof.
And this week, Courtney is going to be regaling us with something I don't know what.
Yes.
But it's something.
What?
It's something. You know, it's funny. I had like maybe 4 different episodes kind of floating around, and then yesterday inspiration struck, and I was like, this is what we have to talk about.
Erectile dysfunction.
That's right, everybody. Implants.
So Hi Jonah finally got us
Right.
into a weird corner.
No.
Like I need to go read something that's not you thinking you're disappearing.
Oh my god.
We can't finish this episode, by the way, because if we stop, I'll disappear.
No, but tonight I'm actually going to talk to you about an ongoing phenomenon that's been kind of sweeping our great nation for a while now. A craze that...
Brooms!
Ah!
Oh, man. All right.
Can't
well,
trust those
You got my
fuckers.
only lie, so... But this is a craze that has incited brawls, it has incited physical assaults, and even a deadly stabbing. That's right, friends. Tonight we are talking about the Great Chicken Sandwich Wars.
Huh. All right.
And I have 4 lies for you.
Okay.
Delightful.
Tasty.
Yeah, who would have thought, that when it was in fact a war, that people have died for the love of chicken sandwiches.
I can see
Colonel
that.
Sanders included.
He's killed.
He has.
Over less.
You some bitch.
Get away from my billboard.
I'll tell you what.
You killed me.
I am dead.
If you're gonna fondle my eggs, you could have at least bought me a drink first.
But let me be clear about what we're talking about as far as the assembly of the chicken sandwich. We're not talking about your run-of-the-mill, boring-ass, like, Wendy's dollar chicken sandwich that has the patty and, like, a shit ton of mayonnaise and then the saddest piece of lettuce you've ever seen.
We're talking
Don't
about the
you hector
spicy.
me.
Oh,
Don't hector to me about your white meat privilege over here.
Yeah.
we're not talking about no bland ass chicken. We're talking about spicy chicken sandwiches here.
I
Bam.
mean, predominantly, yes. We're not talking about your run-of-the-mill, boring-ass, value menu chicken sandwich it's a very specific formula that we're talking about. Look, Shane, just because you're basic doesn't mean you need to get offended. Anyways,
I am offended.
So we're talking about a bun, pickles, fried chicken, sometimes a sauce. And the reason sometimes a sauce is because Chick-fil-A makes you put on your own sauce.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it's so annoying.
You got to do the Lord's work and apply
Besides
the sauce
the fact
yourself.
that they hate gay people, putting the sauce on my sandwich is a very big inconvenience to me.
Yeah, you just want to eat your goddamn food.
Yeah, exactly.
No, your God bless food, not your
Shut
goddamn
the
food.
fuck up, Michael.
So let me start you off with some basic chicken sandwich history. Like back
No,
to the
you
This is
basic.
fucking amazing.
Yes.
I was not prepared for
So if I could have my dream job, I would be a food historian.
this. Okay.
Food anthropology, that stuff fascinates the hell out of me. So yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Fuck
This
yeah.
is what I nerd out
Okay.
on. So the chicken sandwich was created in the 1940s by none other than everyone's favorite bigot, the late S. Truett Cathy, which he would later debut in Chick-fil-A stores in the 1960s.
Who's this person?
Wait, who?
S. Truett Cathy is the founder of Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay, so that's just the that's why
Oh,
bigot. Because
one of my favorite bigots is Kellogg. So
This isn't a game show.
Oh, we should. Oh, maybe I'll do an episode sometime on
There we go.
anti-masturbation graham
yes,
crackers.
please. The graham crackers, just all cereal, most cereals.
Cornflakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm just upset that I wasn't even in the running for your
Your favorite
favorite,
bigot?
now.
I'm sorry.
I mean, after
Drop
that
him.
last bit, you did go up in the ranking.
What is this, Jeopardy?
What is Shane is
Or no,
I'll
family Feud, right?
Oh,
Or-
good
I'll
answer,
take-
good answer.
Ooh,
Anyway.
yeah. Survey says.
Anyway,
But anyways, Chick-fil-A.
You want to cut some more, Michael? Because I'll give you
No,
what the
no,
survey
no.
says.
I was using the survey says as a Sieg or a Sigourney segue back to.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, we're back to the first season again, apparently. Well done.
Cause a wheel.
Beautiful.
Reference.
So if you actually look up, like, when was the chicken sandwich created, all that stuff, Chick-fil-A has cornered the market on that. Their website, their branding, they claim to be the original. But, of course they're not, because S. Truett Cathy is a white man. He stole that from the black community, obviously. Because that's just how food culture and history as a whole is, that white people are like, we have no good ideas. And then they go and they steal the chicken sandwich.
Hey,
You know,
I think fish and chips
Wait.
is a purely white
think-
idea because it's so fucking bland. It has to be.
I think the moment that Shane's been waiting for is here, because we can almost guarantee that the idea to put pineapple on pizza was from a white person.
I almost want to
I
know
hope so.
this.
I will look that up and get back to you.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm just trying to
Make
validate
that a
you,
whole
Shane. I know
episode.
how you feel about pineapple on pizza. So.
I want to
history
say
of pineapple
you're
pizzas.
right, because I'm fairly certain that Hawaiian pizza originated in Canada. Because
That sounds
typically
so
it's got
weird.
Canadian bacon on it with the pineapple.
Right, and ham too, right?
well, Canadian
Well,
bacon
that-
is like ham.
Oh.
Bro, you didn't know that?
No, I meant like both.
Well, you could use ham as a substitute, but
Yeah.
typically speaking, you're using Canadian bacon.
Hey.
Eh?
Anywho, there's evidence to suggest that Cathy may have gotten the idea when an ad in a small town newspaper in Hateville, Georgia, where Cathy was from, promoted a chicken sandwich special at Booker T Cafe in 1936. So at least 4 years prior to when he claimed to created it, and more than 20 years before it was actually even on the menu at Chick-fil-A. Naturally, we can't talk about food history without talking about race. It's just the way it is. The article that I actually found that cited that and had found that old ad to disprove that, Cathy was the original chicken sandwich guy is from ebony.com. I linked it in the show notes. It's a really great article, and my favorite thing about the article is that it ends in a recipe for Southern fried chicken, and the recipe looked really great, so you should all go check it out. It also talked in that article about how there have been people who have tried to compete with like KFC and other big fast food chains in Black communities where they're trying to basically be like, hey, fried chicken was our thing, so we're trying to open stores that do this. And unfortunately, they have not been able to break into the mainstream market. So it details that as well. It's really interesting. So let's fast forward to the good stuff. 2019, August 12th of 2019 to be precise, the day that Popeye's chicken sandwich hits the market to underwhelming fanfare. Nobody cared, not a big deal, until Chick-fil-A woke up and chose violence.
Sounds about right.
Whoever...
So how long after Chick-fil-A did Popeyes come around?
Ooh, good question. I did not look that up.
Oh.
I'm on it.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A was 1960s. I want to say Popeyes was closer to the 70s or 80s, but I'm not sure. What do you got, Michael?
Give me a second. I have to type things in first.
Come on,
1972 in New Orleans. Nolans, sorry.
Perfect.
June
I
12th.
like that you just made like a Star Trek joke.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I was proud of it too. Okay, so 12 years difference, maybe? Doesn't really matter, but it's just around the same time, so like the rivalry is there.
Well, and then also the fact that Chick-fil-A started in Georgia, and then Popeyes being from Louisiana. Cane's is also from Louisiana, so we get a lot of chicken restaurants again from the South.
Okay.
So like I mentioned, the Chick-fil-A Twitter account chose violence, and they started the whole chicken sandwich war with one tweet. That tweet is as follows: bun, +, chicken, +, pickles, equal, all the heart emoji for the original, along with a picture showing that equation. So chicken plus bun plus pickles equals love for the original.
Fuck, I really want a chicken sandwich now.
We can go get one.
All he needs are emojis, and he's off to the races.
I'll even settle. I'll just call your husband and see if he'll make a midnight stop.
Oh,
he wants to do a food trade at midnight.
I have to go pick him up. So.
Uh-oh.
The sad thing is that Chick-fil-A is really missing a marvelous marketing opportunity, because of their hatred and intolerance, because I feel like a billboard that says, please put our cock in your mouths is just a brilliant moment to coalesce a bunch of people in a worthy cause.
Or just steal Kevin Smith's and just be like, Chick-fil-A, you can't taste racism.
But I mean, not only do they not enjoy individuals of the LGBTQ plus community, they also shame cows. And
yes,
that's right.
I just don't appreciate this in any way, shape, or form.
Big cow hate.
It's utterly disgusting.
Exactly.
That's what I've always said.
Exactly.
I'm gonna milk that joke for you, Michael.
Please continue
It's
before he makes
cheesy, I know.
No!
I'm sorry.
Continue before he makes another one.
I want to know how many.
Move
he's got.
over.
Kill it before it spreads. You have to sever the head.
Ugh.
You can't cow me.
God damn it.
Just by trying
You
to
need
shame me
destroy
for my
the brain or
puns.
sever the head, Michael. It's October now.
I know my humor is spotty at best, like most Holsteins, but still.
It's actually worthwhile.
Oh my God.
I'm
glad
glad that you're filling the time that we had to cut because of you earlier.
Well, thank you. I always make amends.
You
Reparations are important when I steal things.
Very, very true. Thanks.
So, of course, Popeye's social media manager wasn't going to have that as, part of their launch. So they just quoted the tweet and added, "You scared?" And Chick-fil-A was like, "All right, this is what we're doing."
Go, bro? You want to fucking go?
Great.
No pussy.
Chick-fil-A just decided not to respond. They took the high road. But
Bullshit.
How fucking
Bullshit.
Christ-like.
They did not.
They did.
They did.
But Wendy's, who is notorious for having one of the best Twitter accounts, was like, "Oh, we got this. Don't even worry." So Wendy's jumping in, they say, "Y'all out here fighting about which of these fools has the second best chicken sandwich."
That's
Damn.
awesome. That's real.
Yeah, it's real. Oh, I will post the screenshots on our Instagram when this releases, so people can see. It's a lot of
Nice.
fun. So naturally, again, Popeyes had to clap back. And they say somebody must have.
Sorry.
Our
Clap them
sandwich
buns
is
together.
dummy thick.
You can hear our sandwich
so much
coming from a
noise.
mile. I keep alerting the guards.
So Popeyes retorts with, somebody must have had one of our biscuits because y'all look thirsty. Which is so funny to me because
Is
they
that-
literally slammed their own food to make a decent comeback. I, for one, have not had a Popeyes biscuit and therefore cannot speak to how dry they are, but everything I've read is that it's basically like putting sand in your mouth.
I honestly don't
Sign
know
me
if I've
up.
ate at a Popeyes.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never had a chicken sandwich?
I don't,
Oh, John.
like, ever?
Huh?
Yeah, I've had a chicken
No,
sandwich.
from Popeyes.
Yeah, no, never from Popeyes.
Oh, you would love their chicken nuggets. They're so good.
Them chicky nuggies.
I am very fond of any chicken
And they've
nugget
got great
usually.
sauce, too. But anyway.
If you're stoned right now and listening to this show, I'm very sorry. I'm going to make an editorial apology for everybody who's now dying of the munchies because Courtney cannot get off of this.
I'm also so fucking hungry now.
Oh, don't wait.
Okay,
We're gonna.
good.
The end of my episode today is gonna be the official ranking.
Courtney's ranking or
Oh.
like,
Yes.
No, disinformed ranking. I'm down for it.
okay.
Oh, you're co-opting
Shane's
it.
like, wait a minute.
I can't talk about every cock I've had in my mouth. It would take so much time.
I've seen every cock
The
on
tier
the planet.
list.
They call me Chicken Coop for a reason.
You're just full of cocks.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
This is the content that our listener Michael is here for.
Yeah, Steven tuned out like 20 minutes ago. He's like, I don't eat fast food.
Bitch, I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see vegetables till I was but a man.
I
John
was
was born
deep
in a
fried
Wendy's
in it.
bathroom.
I do everything important.
Pippi Longstocking looking motherfucker.
So you string bean looking motherfucker. Listen to the woman, John. All right.
This is easily one of our greatest strings now. Because we went from just being held underwater for an entire hour and a half to now we are just slap happy going forward for every other
yeah.
topic.
Yes.
Just to make up for the doom spawning that we did a couple weeks ago.
Pent up
so
energy
I'm
for
glad.
sure.
But to continue our Twitter war here, Wendy's, of course, had to continue the conversation with, LOL, guess that means the food's as dry as the jokes.
Damn.
Eh.
Which is like an okay comeback. I liked
Yeah.
the Popeyes comeback better just because it was self-deprecating, and
Which-
that's my
yeah.
favorite style of humor because I hate myself.
It's the
I mean,
best
same.
kind of humor.
So basically at this point, Popeyes is like, we're gonna drag somebody else into this. There was a guy who got famous on Twitter for asking Wendy's how many retweets to get a year of free chicken nuggets.
Oh, I remember that.
And so he had tweeted at Wendy's, how
Yes, I
many
think I did.
retweets to get you to stop tweeting? So Popeyes quotes him and goes, look, even Carter wants you to stop.
Whoa.
I know that like I talk shit about hating literally almost everyone on the planet quite a lot, but I will say that these kind of internet threads are the reason that I feel like we're somewhat okay as a species.
Uh-huh. It's art.
I have no
Truly.
faith in humanity until I see the
The
automated
beautiful,
corporate.
beautiful face of capitalism.
Oh God. Ugh.
Consumerism turns me on.
That's it. That sweet, hot capitalism.
Oh yeah.
Daddy needs a sweet, sweet capitalism.
Exploit me, daddy. Exploit me.
Oh, take that, labor.
Fuck me like you want to fuck capitalism.
And I'm going to need a clip of that, Michael.
There's a whole
Apparently-
episode of a fan fiction
Yeah.
where
Yeah, Michael has been in the import-export business for quite some time.
oh
Okay.
yeah,
Ugh.
export these nuts.
It took me 3 tries to get through that episode.
God, I almost said something I would have regretted.
What is happening today?
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
So much like our show, this is where it falls apart for Popeyes.
Okay.
So Popeyes goes and tries to, they bring Carter into it, but in the process of doing that, they posted the tweet multiple times and deleted it right away because they didn't format it properly so that Wendy's would get the notification. So Wendy's had screenshots.
Oh no.
And they go, LOL, it literally took you 3 times to even properly format a tweet. It's been a big day. It's okay to log off.
Oof.
This is literally someone's job.
Yeah.
Literally someone's job.
God.
They're like, if I don't completely flame Popeyes,
I'm going to lose
I
my
won't
job.
pay. I won't be able to pay rent.
I thought this was Courtney's greatest aspiration until
I
she
really
corrected
feel
me
like
with
you would
food
fucking
anthropology.
annihilate This is a job.
Honestly, if any of the fast food companies want to give me a job, I would love to help with recipe development. Taco Bell, I'm talking to you because you fucked up recently. We're going to get into that.
Ooh.
Nice.
And honestly, anybody, if you want my opinion, I'll give it to you. And I will charge because I've been giving it out for free for far too long.
True.
That's a shot at you, John.
No, that's fine.
Oof.
I have her chicken finger daddy's number, so I'm not worried.
That's true.
Yeah, me standing out on a corner holding up a sign that says "We'll eat for food."
So in my mind, all of the people who run the fast food Twitter accounts have like a group text, and they're all like, "Yeah, fuck, get him, Wendy's," and I'm so happy.
Sweep the leg.
Yeah. Like Churches is in the background, like, "Yeah, get him, Dad."
Like, oh, did they
Send
fucking
him out in the body bag.
They fucking let Churches in here again? God, I fucking hate that guy.
And then just all this subtext between the fast food restaurants.
I like this fan fiction. Fuck, I'll read it.
It's oh god, it's like Game of Thrones esque or
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think. It's like a UN council, but it's just all the different chicken companies.
No, I like Game of Thrones better.
All
Who
the
can
houses
sit on the
are
island.
yeah,
restaurants.
okay, yeah. Game of Thrones.
I
There you
love
go.
it.
They're all different
Fuck.
houses, and they're all fighting for.
If I will read any fan fiction that is written about this, like Game of Thrones X,
Someone needs to get
fast
fucking Tara
food,
Gillespie
Twitter,
on the phone
yeah.
ASAP.
ASAP.
please.
Tara Gillespie's
me
been
that shit.
missing from the literary community for far too long, and I feel like it's now her time to emerge like a phoenix.
Yes.
All of a sudden, a great Kentuckian ambles out of the door and says, "You slack-jawed slobberknob sons of bitches better stop talking about chicken on my block."
I heard if you say Colonel Sanders' names 3 times in the mirror, he shows up.
And hands you a bucket of greasy old
Call
chicken.
you a some bitch.
You killed me.
I'm gonna need about 2 cents per bird from this point forward, or I'm gonna put this shotgun up your asshole.
So with this whole Twitter war going on, within the first 4 days of this happening, those tweets from Popeyes, Wendy's, and Chick-fil-A had been retweeted over 85,000 times.
Jesus.
So this
Bullshit.
Is
I think it was more.
no,
was it
that
more?
was in the first 4 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, this is actually what got Popeye's chicken sandwich on the map. Like, if Chick-fil-A hadn't said anything, it went unnoticed. And so, with all that free marketing, the business started booming. Popeye's chicken sandwich, like I said, it debuted on August 12th. And it sold out in about 2 weeks. Gone. You could not get it anywhere.
They did not have chickens or buns at any Popeyes ever.
No.
Wow.
You could not get them.
Also, we've caught no lies, guys.
No,
So
you
just,
haven't.
I
And
is that bullshit? Did they really just run out of chicken at a chicken fast food
They
place?
had supply chain issues, is what I read.
Oh, that's fair actually. Yeah.
And I know you know about that because you just had no chicken last week.
I think I'm on my like 5th different type of chicken. We sold fajita style chicken. We sold dark and white meat, chicken. We sold just weird ass types of chicken. We haven't had cookies at our store for like 2 weeks. It's actually, our supplier told us that they couldn't ship it out to us, and so our owner actually had to rent a U-Haul and drive to the other side of the valley and pick up their order from them.
Damn. Also, Wingstop or at least on Google Maps, their name has changed from Wingstop to Thigh Stop.
Which is genius, because wings are so expensive anyway, and with a thigh you're going to get more meat, and it's actually a lower cost item. And frankly, it's
thighs are better
eating. So...
Ba-da-ba-ba-da. This has been Courtney's Chicken Wing Corner.
Give me them thighs.
I'm just sitting here
Don't
desperately.
Even get me started on
Shane,
saucy
you're muted.
nugs.
Ooh, them nugs, man.
I'm just
Them chicken
desperately
nuggies.
trying not to sound like the fat guy here during the course of recording this. So I'm
trying
glad
to
y'all
take
are
the
talking.
mantle because I'm.
Well, actually, wings are superior to chicken thighs.
Oh shit! They're gonna start fighting like real people.
Oh.
I don't care. It's all chicken.
I don't
Give
care
me
if
them
I die
nugs.
at all.
Mm. Kill me, you won't.
Anyway, supply chain issues.
Don't tempt me.
Supply chain issues. So it took them 2 months to figure out their shit and actually get the sandwich back on the menu. When they did the relaunch, one shift lead in Texas said his store sold over 500 sandwiches on the first day. People needed that sandwich so bad that they would resort to violence to get their hands on one. Now we're getting to my favorite part. Trigger warning if a stabbing death is upsetting to you.
Michael doesn't care.
Death?
Michael doesn't care if it's kids, women, anybody. He doesn't care who gets stabbed.
You got it
As long as
brutal
it
as
stabs.
possible.
Yeah.
No trigger, just all in.
As long as it's only stabs.
Only
No trigger,
stabs.
all filler.
His favorite
No.
website.
All stabs.
So, a video went viral of a Popeyes employee body slamming a woman to the ground in a Tennessee store.
Fuck yes.
The employee was arrested and charged with felony aggravated assault. Frankly, I think that if you work in the service industry, given cause, you should be allowed to body slam customers.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I hope they're doing okay. I hope they got a good lawyer, because that lady probably deserved it.
I personally hope that they get all the pussy.
All pussy.
What we didn't know is this is actually a carryover from our Marty Jannetty episode, and this is what he is now doing to work off his shame. So this is how he thought you just resolve interpersonal conflict out in the wild, is
You
you
just
just
body somebody.
body slam the lady to the ground. I was trying to work an angle with her, brother.
I don't know about all of you, but I have never felt more of a violent rage than when I was a barista at Starbucks in college, and some person was like, they just woke up and they were like, you know what, I'm gonna fight a barista today. And I was just, and we couldn't do anything about it. So the satisfaction of body slamming a
I
customer to
imagine-
the ground.
Well, Shane, you worked security for a while. Did you ever get to throw somebody down to the ground? Like super hard and
No,
aggressively?
sadly. I never threw anybody to the ground. I did kick a guy aggressively in the genitals like 4 times.
I feel like that
Nice.
counts too, because
Oh.
he.
Yeah, it was
Are you telling
very
me he
liberating.
didn't go to the ground after?
Oh, he did. We just kept dragging him down the hallway. That was part of the fun.
Oh, no.
So the difficulty was the guy was like 6'7", and we had already been, grappling with him for a
What,
while.
was he
And
in
my
fucking
boss,
Princess Bride?
so I am
Rip
the great
Andre
pirate
the
Robert. So we'd gotten cuffs on him, but my boss was like 5'4", and so he couldn't actually get enough
Adorable
torque to get him moving. So we had him and then the other gentleman who was summer help for us, who was a high school drama teacher named Hank, who was just adorable. And Faye as the day is long. So Hank is like, oh no, oh no, oh no. So they're trying to grapple with this guy's hands to get him to move forward. And he just stopped and put his ass in the air like a stink bug and refused to walk
He's
forward.
gonna spray.
And so I just walked up behind him and field goal kicked him in the nuts. And then he fell forward. And they would drag him a few feet, and then he'd stand up again and do the same thing. So I just kicked him down the hallway, and that was the most aggressive I ever got in the course of doing security work. But it was a great night. I had a lot of fun.
It stuck with you. Yeah.
Yeah, it stuck with him too.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So chicken sandwich slam, 98.
Exactly.
Stop the damn match is what I said.
That's what. Yeah, I heard he has a family.
The woman just wanted chicken.
It's a Wendy's.
Speaking of just wanting chicken,
Oh no.
Maryland apparently is notorious for fast food violence because at one location, people were standing in line, and these lines are not just like, oh, it's to the door. No, these are like out wrap around the building. Like their drive-thrus are blocking traffic. Like this fucking Dutch Bros on rural.
Oh, gross.
Fuck that shit.
Like it's a problem. And so you can imagine these people are waiting hours for their food, and the audacity of someone to try to cut in line
Oh,
would be astronomical.
they got cut.
They got
After they
stabbed
cut.
to death
Oh,
because
shit.
they were
I mean-
accused of cutting the line.
Let's
real
talk a
life.
moment, though. I mean, Baltimore does have the highest murder rate in the country,
Also, I
and has for quite some time. So yeah, I'm not shocked that Maryland is a place where you will get shanked if you try to steal somebody's chicken spot.
when I worked insurance and I was working for inbound sales.
Mm-hmm.
So when the agent's offices were closed, I would be the one that handled like new car insurance or renter's insurance. One of the states I was licensed for was Maryland, and I hate almost every single person that I ever talked to from Maryland. I am convinced that it's 95% trash people, and the 5% of the good people that are from Maryland are actively trying to not be in Maryland. So, in fact, I'll go ahead and say that your ginger friend from Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio's fine with me. Ohio's fine. If we could get rid of Maryland, but the conceit was like you have to keep Ohio permanently, then we'll keep Ohio.
damn.
Jeez,
I
hot
guess
take.
there goes the land that houses our nation's capital. So
I truly don't care.
drain
Now that
the
could
swamp.
that could just float on a separate island surrounded by water.
Practically already
Okay.
is.
Maybe it could be its own state.
Ooh, touche.
Oh God, women have the craziest ideas.
Oh, God damn. Oh. F's in the chat. Oh,
Well done, John.
oh,
That was really good.
God damn it.
You were funny for like a minute. It was
I
really
know,
great.
it's one per year.
great.
Suffrage my way through the rest of this episode, apparently.
I'm gonna be picketing this podcast here any minute now. So obviously we had a stabbing death in a Popeyes. And then in another Maryland Popeyes location, a brawl broke out between two employees and a customer because a customer wanted a refund. Now I'm assuming, because there was not more detail than that the customer ate their whole freaking meal, came back up and was like, I want a refund, because we've all seen that happen, and we've all wanted to brawl with that person.
This is not a tangent. We've all seen Waiting, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go. That's it. That's
Oh,
just that scene. It's like, I understand you didn't like your meal, but did you have to eat the whole thing before you asked or before you complained?
my favorite excuse was that someone ate half their pizza, but they were too sad because they immediately went to a funeral afterwards.
It's $10.
Yeah.
If
I was like, oh yeah, man, that's the best. Like, I'm really sad that I get to go to a funeral and all that, but fuck, man, I'm really digging some pizza right now. I'm gonna order delivery. Yeah, but I won't. I'll be too sad to eat it later.
Horny, hungry, and horny, sad. Yeah, they go hand in
yeah,
hand.
exactly.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
One of my favorite ones, Jonah had a table at one of the nicer restaurants he worked at, and they were like, they had gave him his whole order, and then afterwards he walked away and he heard them go, yeah, like, I just really don't eat any fried food. Like, I just don't like fried food. And Jonah hears this as he's walking to the back and just busts up because every freaking thing they ordered was fried. And they did not realize it because they didn't know how to read, apparently. And so
Sounds about
the
right.
food starts coming out, and they're like, this isn't what we ordered. And Jonah, of course, because he writes it all down, is like, yeah, it is actually.
Well, actually,
Actually.
Yeah, I want to say that was the same table that wrote on their check, bad service, frowny face.
oh no,
Um,
not the frowny face. Oh,
But yeah, customers are crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
I'll send you guys my favorite Yelp review is actually about Jonah as a server.
Nice. I'm excited.
ooh.
It says something along the lines of racist waiter cut us off after 2 drinks, wouldn't push tables together, and that's the whole like 1-star review. And just the idea of the context behind that story is they showed up to the restaurant drunk out of their minds. He served them 2 drinks. He cut them off because they were being crazy. And when he cut them off, the guy was like, "Is it because I'm Jewish?" And Jonah was like, "My name is in the Bible, my dude." Like, what?
Bruh, check it. I am Jonah.
Yeah, okay. Anyways.
Well, he just played that one real nice.
Anyway, you were talking about people getting stabbed to death and
and brawling.
Right, the one that ate the whole meal, then went up to complain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Employees from multiple locations said they received threats and even had guns pulled on them when they had to tell customers that they had run out of the sandwich. Not only is this absolutely disgusting behavior, but Popeyes has other food. Like, it's not like they're just like, we just sell sandwiches. So, order something else. You're gonna be okay. Stop being a little bitch.
Yeah.
That is official disinformed
That's
stance
canon.
on that.
Yeah, exactly. So as you can imagine, the company was raking in revenue like they had never seen before. Meanwhile, their employees were working 60-hour weeks, 11-hour shifts, no breaks, still making minimum wage.
Sounds right.
You know, capitalism. We love to see it.
Exploit me, daddy.
Since that fateful day in 2019, we've seen copycat sandwiches released by KFC, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, and many others. So for the first time in recorded history, I'm going to give you the official Courtney and Jonah ranking of the best fast food chicken sandwich.
Okay, how many?
How many sandwiches?
Yeah, like how many places are we talking here? Is it like a top 10, top 5? You said top 5, right?
Uh-oh.
Top 27.
It's about 9, I think.
Okay.
9?
Nine's a strong number.
We haven't been
that's
to we haven't had the Carl's Jr. one. We went and tried to get it.
Carl's Jr.
And they
you.
were sold out, and we didn't throw a fit. We ordered the $1 menu chicken sandwich.
But did you get the Szechuan sauce?
No.
Oh, that's cause for standing on top of the counter and kicking shit and screaming.
Well,
Szechuan
now-
sauce is from McDonald's.
Yeah, and it was bad.
But you still should have asked.
The question is, have you had the opportunity to encounter Arby's new ranch chicken sandwich, which is for a limited time only right now?
We have
And
not.
unfortunately for you, we are actually sponsored by Arby's ranch chicken sandwich.
Delicious.
Delicious. I absolutely love it. I usually am not a fan of chicken sandwiches, but just it's so nice and creamy, and the little bit of ranch that they put inside the chicken that just oozes out when you bite it, just mwah, perfect.
Arby's, when you're here, you're here.
Why?
We have the meats.
Lights seen in the skies above Arby's. But no, Melissa actually did have their chicken tenders today.
Oh.
Because there's an Arby's right across the street from my work as I was heading home, and she can have them. They do not use any milk products in the batter, and so...
Courtney, I love that you've turned this whole episode into just salivating over fast food.
Yeah, that's like my whole shtick. Is I have 4 years of formal culinary training, have cooked in competitions.
It's just nice to see someone that did something with their culinary learning. No, that's not a joke or a dig. Like, my brother went, and he's gone to like 17 schools, but nothing stuck because he's stupid.
Oh, is he your anti-vax brother?
Yeah. But the last time that he went to schooling was for culinary, and he was super into it and braggadocious, and then literally does nothing now. So, good job.
Well, I mean, he doesn't want to inject anything into his chickens.
It's true.
It's all terribly, terribly dry.
Oh, yeah. All right. So you go 9. So number 9.
Oh, we want to start at the end. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, you-
build
I mean,
up to
you
it.
got to build up
Build
to
up.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 9, the one that has offended me, and the one that I will not stop harassing the
Shit.
company on Twitter, is Taco
Taco Bell?
Bell. Because
Ooh.
their spicy chicken taco thing from hell is one of the most offensive things I've ever eaten.
What is so offensive about it?
The bread had this awful, because it's like a bread. It's like a weird flatbread that they fold around the chicken.
Interesting.
And it had like just this most off-putting texture, and it tasted like styrofoam.
Okay.
It was just disgusting. And then it had a crap ton of the sauce, the tiniest chicken finger you've ever seen, and then pickled jalapenos instead of pickles, which is like fun in theory because obviously they're not like a sandwich restaurant and they already had the pickled jalapenos, but it was just nasty. So I am constantly harassing them on Twitter to bring back the quesalupa because that was a good item.
You know what? It was.
And
Third point
this
of fact.
taco is fucking gross.
Well,
even
all I'm
notice
going to say is allow me to defend those who also are commonly cursed with little bit of meat, whole lot of sauce. Some folks just can't help it, and you just need to be a little more accepting of people's picadillos.
A little bit of grace, yeah.
A little bit of gravy.
Yeah, a little bit of grace, a little bit of gravy.
Yikes. So in our 8th position, we have Jack in the Box. I sent Jonah out to pick this one up and bring it home. He came home with the wrong one, so I had to send him out again because they had 2 different ones. They had like their deluxe.
I would have been so mad.
Get out of here and don't come back until you have the right chicken sandwich. Door slam.
Little fucking bitch. You get
No
I
pussy.
can understand why he's...
Yeah, you got it.
I can see why he's so terrified of disappearing now, given the number of threats he's probably endured.
Jonah, if you're hearing this and you're scared to say things out loud, just next time I see you, I don't know, just
Mouth
tell me.
the
Blink
word chicken.
hand me 1.5 chicken fingers with no context.
That's just because you're hungry. It has nothing to do with his safety.
He just eats it. He's
Oh,
like,
I
oh, cool,
wasn't-
thanks.
I didn't say that I was going to save him. I just said
I
I
just wanted the chicken fingers.
Or if you happen to see me, Jonah, in honor of my general malady here, give me half of a chicken finger and 2 tubs of cane sauce. Then I'll know that you need help.
Then I'll ask
That's
for
the
more.
law of equivalent exchange.
Oh no.
Edward. Jack in the Box, soggy, terrible flavor. Bun was dry. Don't order it. Waste of. Honestly, just don't go to Jack in the Box.
No, they're trash.
Wait.
Yeah, I
How
mean, you're
can-
basically...
How can something be soggy on a dry bun?
Because the chicken was soggy. So like, chicken is all breaded in these instances. So the
It's called a
chicken-
cream pie, Michael, in case you've never had the honor.
Oh.
Well, some
Now
people
I
have a kid
understand.
before they get laid, Shane.
Ugh! It's the Virgin Michael.
Oh, cocked by God, not again. Look at the sandwich; it's all soggy.
So you're saying the chicken sandwich was cocked by God?
Oh no! It keeps happening. I just look at the sandwich. I'm sitting in the restaurant. I slam it on the ground. It keeps happening, and I just run out the store.
Here's different ways of delivering the same dialogue. I see you not getting outraged, but like having like the single tear as it just like inelegantly falls out of your hand and then hits the floor, and you're like, it keeps happening. It keeps fucking happening.
I'm not
I
mad.
s-
I'm just disappointed.
I see him running up to the counter and grabbing the person by the lapels. Like, when's it gonna be my time?
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Oh, I thought this was a Jack in the Box. I'm sorry.
That's probably one of my favorite bits you've ever done.
But yeah, let's boycott Jack in the Box. The food
Sure.
sucks.
Yeah, unless you need a desperation taco and you have no other option.
If you have like $2, you can buy like what, 20 tacos or something like
Yes.
that.
If you
Is that what-
if you ever cared about Michael, we need to boycott Jack in the Box because they have him stuck in a time loop.
Oh no!
A chicken sandwich time loop.
He keeps reliving the same sandwich over and over.
Well, technically, the chicken is so moist that it's a thirst trap.
Okay.
This is the best episode, but no thanks to me. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. The next one on our list is McDonald's. McDonald's actually, it wasn't that bad. I was surprised.
In a pinch, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't eat there. Like it's just not somewhere that we frequent.
Okay.
But like the sandwich was fine. There was nothing special about it.
It's all the hormones they give it.
Yeah.
McDonald's is comfort foodie for me.
I could see that. I could definitely go for like some chicken nuggets every once in a while.
Oh yeah, it used to be like my favorite thing after getting done with the shift over at Bottle Shop. Like
Mm-hmm.
even if I just grab some quick nuggies to
Mhm.
decompress,
Chicken nuggies.
some chicken nuggies to decompress.
Why are you all 4 years old?
Give
Oh.
him chicken nuggies.
Chicken nuggies.
With the Szechuan sauce.
In our next spot, we have kind of an unofficial entry. Jonah said I should put it in here. But Shake Shack had done a limited spicy chicken sandwich that had like Korean influence to it, which honestly kind of embarrassing to say it was Korean influence because it wasn't great.
Okay.
Like it was overly sweet. The whole thing was soggy. They had like a kimchi slaw on it, which is a fun addition, kind of breaks up from the normal pickles that you would get. Not good, and it was like $8 and it was like the size of a slider. Which is like, if you're eating fast food, one sandwich should never cost $8. Ever. And then for it to be as small as it was, it's offensive, and I'm upset.
Okay.
Alright, so top 5. Number 5 is gonna be Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Oh.
So you can't taste racism.
Well, it's the hate
Well,
that
it's at
really
5.
brings out the flavor.
I think what
really.
she's
That's
saying
I've
is that
heard.
she'd rather taste racism than McDonald's.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Uh,
She'd rather taste racism than, an $8 chicken slider.
yeah, that's probably, honestly, I don't even know where the nearest Chick-fil-A is. I don't think I've eaten there in probably 2 years. Like, it's just not.
Yeah.
I do really enjoy their waffle fries, though, so that is disappointing. But generally speaking, like, where you spend your money is, like, ethically, like, what you support. So
That's true.
I typically don't eat there. I try not to shop at Hobby Lobby. If they're all about Jesus, I'm probably not eating there unless it's In-N-Out. But that's a personal flaw within me that, my therapist will hopefully, work out eventually.
All right, so based on my habits, I guess I support Bostonians and sex workers.
That seems about right for you.
I also support sex workers.
Congrats? I don't...
No, it's
No
good.
context.
No, fuck context.
Yeah.
Huh.
And
There
fuck
you
sex
go.
workers. You're right.
That's their job. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a glory to honor if you can't come in or come on her.
Come with her?
As I say, frost it like a cake before you eat it.
Guys, I'm hungry and I'm horny. Can we wrap up this best of list?
He's got to take care of 2 things at once, and it's not going to be pretty on camera.
We're
Can
gonna
you
wrap
wait till I
this
go
up
home?
like a Taco Bell
Nope.
sandwich.
Ruins it.
Courtney, are you in danger?
Oh
me.
no. John's
you
about
need
to
help-
Louis C.K. Courtney.
Oh,
no!
My eyes.
Wow. All right. Also,
That's
just
a
gonna
big
go ahead and
oof.
say this is the most sexual the show's been since the Mystery Method episode. So
I'm gonna disagree. I was very
Yeah.
turned on through the whole Cherry Poppin' Daddy's glowing beast thing.
Mm.
Give me that grenadine. Mm.
So I would say, for the purposes of this list, like, let's just say that, like, Chick-fil-A is, like, the middle ground. That's, like, the neutral, like, it's not bad, it's not good, it's fine.
It's there.
It's the progenitor of the movement.
passable.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Well, and I don't know if you guys have, like, ever just gone there and had a chicken sandwich, and then 2 hours later you're like, why am I starving? Like, what is the deal with their food specifically that you're like, it was nothing, like, it's gone.
No, that's me after most meals. But
Yeah. Me too.
And
it's like, Chick-fil-A is like Peter. It's the rock upon which the church was built. It's just very bland, and it betrayed everybody it ever loved.
Damn, nope.
that's really good. Yeah, and just generally, like, their food to me, like, the chicken's never crispy. Like, it's always soggy because they make such big batches of food.
Yeah, they do.
And then they let it sit in those little, like, foil-lined bags. And that's not what fried chicken wants to do,
I also am a little disturbed and unnerved by how formal and polite everyone is at the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
It's
It is-
off-putting. It's very off-putting.
With firstly the whole "let's ask for your name" thing, which
Oh.
I'm immediately back on my heels, where I'm like, "Why? What do you need it for? Who
My
are you
name's
talking
Greg.
to?
Fuck yourself.
Do you know my mother?"
Yeah, like at least at Dutch Bros, you know that they're acting that way because they're on fucking meth. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have an excuse.
They're also caffeinated the entire goddamn day, so I mean, you can understand that they're a little overzealous. But the
Yeah.
actual zealots over there of like, "Hello, Shane. We hope that you've enjoyed your experience. We'll have your chicken for you in just a moment." It's
If
like,
we don't get it to you in a
okay.
timely fashion, we burn.
I found the uncanny valley. It exists right here.
So, fun fact, one of my younger brothers worked at Chick-fil-A for like a month. And the way that he got fired was they stopped scheduling him because he didn't have the Chick-fil-A je ne sais quoi. He was, my brother's kind of an asshole. And so they were like, instead of breaking up with him, we're just not going to put him on the schedule.
ghosted
They
him.
ghosted
away.
him. All right. We refer to that, and pardon me, trigger warning, that is usually referred to as job abortion.
Whoa, I've never heard that before. It's awesome.
It's also the same thing as you just stop showing up to your job, no call, no show. Similarly.
All right, so spot number 4, and this one was actually really shocking because they're not known for their chicken, unless you're interested in chicken fries. Burger King is in our number 4
Whoop, whoop.
spot for
I
their
agree.
chicken sandwich. Really crispy. They actually did it a little different. They didn't do a sauce, they did a dip. So kind of similar to the way like Nashville hot chicken is made. After it comes out of the fryer, you dip it into an oil-based sauce. It's got all the spices in it. You pull it out and let it drain. The reason that works and is still crispy is because if you fried your chicken correctly and there's no like gaps in the breading won't actually absorb more oil. It'll just kind of coat it. Now, if we were talking about like a water-based sauce, it would seep through. So that's kind of the science behind why, Nashville hot chicken is so delicious and crispy still. The breading won't absorb extra oil.
Okay.
And the bun was really good. It was just, I was surprised. Like, when we went to get it, I was like, this is going to suck. It's Burger King. Who eats here? I don't know.
I do.
I can
I have
appreciate
a
their
perfect
chicken
taste.
sandwiches because, they're more about length than girth, and I appreciate that about them.
Oh yeah.
That
Now
was
you- now that you
another
mention it.
surprising thing is they didn't
They
have.
didn't try to fuck me in the parking lot.
Can I get a medium fry?
Yeah.
No, you're just
medium
going to get
fry.
chicken fingered.
Hey
Uh-oh.
guys, do you want to do an after dark?
We have to do an after dark.
Oh no.
We have a TikTok
Okay.
to show you.
Oh, I'm
Christ.
terrified.
So,
Okay, sweet, awesome.
so they don't serve the new spicy chicken sandwich on that like weird long bread that the regular chicken sandwich comes
What?
from. It's just a little round like hamburger shaped bun that's
Turned off.
very
Nah.
Much
normal.
disappoint.
Yeah.
I know. It was really
Done.
good though. So we're gonna get into the top 3, and the top 3 all have something very much in common. They are
Chicken?
all exactly
Bullshit.
They
Shot in the dark.
They are all like bucket fried chicken places. Like
Oh.
you go there, you're gonna get a family meal, fried chicken restaurants. Third place goes to Church's. Very good sandwich, very strong entry. The breading had good flavor. There was structural integrity to the sandwich. We did wait like 40 minutes in the drive-thru, even though there were 2 cars ahead of us. So they really need to get their shit together.
Hey, they kill their chickens fresh.
That's what we were literally joking while we were waiting, because we went to the one in Mesa, and there's like this weird shed behind it, and we were like, that's where the chickens are.
There
They
you
have
go.
to be.
Lenny just walks out of the back. I got him!
Anybody want a cock?
And that was actually the first thing I had ever eaten from Church's. And they have this dessert item that's like a biscuit with like cinnamon and frosting on it. And frankly, that was a game changer. Highly recommend. Go
Okay.
get one.
Take
I mean,
me
I'm
to
gonna-
church.
I'm gonna gain fucking 60 pounds tomorrow. And I'm just gonna go.
Just gonna go binge.
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
no purge.
make your next stop at KFC. KFC takes our number 2 spot. The reason being that they actually use the same breading on the chicken sandwich that they do on their chicken.
What?
So you're getting all the goodness of a regular piece of fried chicken, but it's got their sauce was actually the spiciest, which was really
That's surprising.
out of the box. Like I would not have expected that. And then their pickles are really good.
Huh.
So like overall, they were very close to edging out number 1 because it was
love that chicken.
so good.
Um,
That makes a lot of sense for you.
I know. When I was a teenager, they had like sliders, like chicken sliders.
Yeah,
So-
in your bathroom. You couldn't walk on any of the surfaces. I get it.
No, I was just gonna say I was obsessed with them. So you saying that their chicken sandwich is good makes perfect sense to
Oh.
me because the sliders were a fucking banger from what I remember.
So I just see John going up to a drive-through tomorrow, just thrusting his head out of the window, like,
Hey.
cock me, baby, like a wagon wheel.
Cock me any way you feel, Daddy. Cock me.
Cock me, daddy.
Cock me!
I really feel like there was a missed opportunity on KFC's part, though, to not do like a double down version of the
I-
chicken sandwich. Because, you should double down on that.
Yeah.
You could have chicken in between chicken and chicken.
Hey, dog.
Exactly. So finally, and people can disagree, and they are wrong, but Popeye's chicken sandwich is number 1.
Okay.
And not because of the hype, because it tastes damn good. Now, granted, is it as good as what I can make at home? No. But when you're in a pinch and you're hungry and you're like, hey, I'm driving around, there's a Popeyes 6 miles out of the way, let's go get a sandwich. Because they're never in a convenient location.
No, I don't.
No,
Yeah.
never. Like, if you're driving past a Popeyes, you're like, I'm lost. Help.
I'm in the wrong
but-
place.
You say that, and there is one now right down the street from my new home.
I know exactly the one you're talking about.
And I'm not
It's
going to
been
lie,
there for decades.
that's a pretty goddamn good chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I
Okay.
had one enthusiastic thumbs up. I agree.
Yay.
God damn it. Yeah. Okay.
the
I'm doing it.
reason I like that one the best, because for Jonah, he is actually back and forth on KFC, and Popeyes is the best one.
Day to day kind of thing, like
yeah,
situational
like, it
on the order.
depends. We've only had the KFC one once, but we have the Popeyes one probably like 3 times a month, so I don't really know why he's so back and forth on it. Maybe that because the KFC is further away from us. But the Popeye sandwich, the bun is like really fluffy and delicious, and they toast it just a little bit. And then you got their chicken, and there's something about like the crust on their chicken, the breading, it's got almost like a sweetness to it. And that with the spicy sauce is just, it's such a good pairing. And then you have the pickles, which cut the fattiness of it. It's just a very balanced sandwich, and that's why I enjoy it.
It's also very flaky, which is something
Yes.
that I appreciate, is you actually get that crunch from the chicken, as
Mhm.
opposed to places where they just glop, roofing tiles onto the top of some chicken and then throw it at you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's an excellent chicken sandwich, and I would recommend that everybody go out tomorrow and see John in the drive-thru. He
Yep.
will be there.
Hey!
Probably. Most likely.
If
He
not,
won't even be there in a car. He'll just be standing there, just hey,
Hey! There's
no cock
in me!
I need one.
I'll be a little Nicky just standing out and be like, Popeyes is the fucking shit.
I will say, since I do have a connection at Raising Cane's, they also have a chicken sandwich. It's just been on their menu forever. It's trash. Don't order it.
Damn.
Oof,
It's so bad.
Damn.
damn, true if big.
Yeah, don't get it. It's
Oof.
and it's like more expensive, I think, than the box combo or something like that.
Stupid.
And they don't even use the toast as the bun.
What?
No, they bring in another
they-
type of bun to put the chicken on
The
instead of
toast
using
is the best
toast.
part. Now I've learned this.
They used to do that. I remember because that was a lot of people
Maybe
back
you
in
can
the
request
day
it.
would use that as a way of getting another bread. They wouldn't eat
Tell
it as
Jonah
a
I want him
sandwich.
to
They would
bring
just
me
order
a
it that
fucking
way.
toasted chicken sandwich.
What the fuck? Feels like everything I,
gonna
know
say-
about Cane's is just gone out the window.
I need
Courtney,
Jonah
you need to
embezzle-
retract.
What?
You need to retract that statement, Courtney, because otherwise you're not going to be able to afford any chicken sandwiches going forward. That's your
Yeah.
meal ticket. You don't want him to lose that job while, we're still juggling stuffs. So
I stand by it. Their food's
Cane's
not
is
right.
marvelous.
He's like,
Kane,
I
looking-
will starve on principle.
Look, my opinions reflect my feeling towards their food. Their employment, and other than that, I won't speak to until Jonah gets a new job. But,
Sick.
He's
my
not
opinion-
looking for one, for those who are paying
Yeah, no,
attention
no,
and
no.
listening
Yeah,
right now.
no.
No,
Yeah,
he's
no.
perfectly contented. He loves it there, and he's going to stay forever.
I'll hail the Canes.
Yeah,
Cane's Mutiny.
we love you, Kane Skydaddy.
Canes, y'all.
Canes Sky Daddy.
So yeah, that is that's the chicken sandwich wars as it is today.
That was a fucking blast.
The Arby's sandwich, that's a new one. Haven't had that. I actually recently found a TikTok account that posts about new fast food trends and like what recently came out. So like the newest
Okay.
hottest item is Sonic now has broccoli cheddar tots.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Which I think could be good.
Like it's just tots with broccoli and cheddar inside?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Report back on that.
So
The-
Can't
I
be
wanna
any
know.
worse than the Cheeto tot.
I was going to say, as the question is it a mac and Cheeto?
ooh.
There's a
Ugh.
different shade.
I think I've heard
It's-
that story. It's,
yeah,
very
It's
good.
not a Captain Crunch ball.
So great
Well,
job getting lies, guys.
Yeah, we got fucking nothing. It
I
fucking
mean, you
sucked.
do have to take into account that, you can tell from our exchange that I just realized you submitted and I never answered. I don't check social media, so I would have seen none of this Twitter battle take place. Nor would I know that chicken sandwich was actually out in the world until fairly recently.
Yeah. Well, what I have no stabs at all.
That's very different than the guy in the line at Popeyes.
Indeed.
You were waiting for that.
Michael, you got anything for us?
Body slam me. I got nothing.
He's down there in Brutalmore, Maryland, apparently.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Okay, I won't.
So,
Don't body slam me then, I guess. Sorry.
so of the 4 lies, I told you that there was evidence to suggest that Kathy had seen the ad for the chicken sandwich from Booker T Cafe. That's not true. Twofold. It was kind of a 2-part lie. He had nothing to do with that. He probably didn't see it because it did not happen in his hometown in Georgia. It actually was a cafe in Topeka, Kansas.
Whoa.
So,
Okay.
where he got the idea for the chicken sandwich, from what I read, I sounded like a lot of people were cooking this and eating it at home, and it wasn't popularized in restaurants, and so he just co-opted it that way. But still, from the sources that I read, the food had a lot to do with traditions in the Black community in the South, and so more than likely that is where he would have either had a chicken sandwich, got the idea, saw it, etc. So that was my first 2 lies. I told you that Popeye's first retort to the Twitter
I
feud
knew there had to be one.
was, "You scared." That's not what they said. They said, in their Southern way, "Y'all good?"
Nice.
I had kind of assumed that Michael might be familiar with these tweets, so that felt like a cheap shot
It
to
is
me.
a very Michael.
I-
That's a very Michael Lane. Yeah.
I don't actually use Twitter at all.
At all?
No.
Well, I thought it was.
I have one, but I haven't used
Reddit.
it. Oh, no.
He also
I
doesn't
don't
use
look at that sort of thing.
Instagram or
Or
Facebook.
contraception.
He doesn't
Or
need it.
protection.
You think? No. Well, you don't need protection if you don't at all. So
You okay, buddy?
I'm
Give
saving
me- give me a
myself for
chicken
God.
finger and a half if you
Jesus,
need
take
help.
my seed.
Take my chicken?
No. Stop. Stop.
Oh, you don't like my chicken nuggies?
Oh, take my chicky nuggies.
Jesus,
One
take
for
my
me,
nugs.
one for Jesus.
Nugs for hugs.
And my last lie, I I like to sometimes take a page out of John's book and throw in a nice little
Oh
number
no.
line.
Nice.
So I told you that the shift lead in Texas said the store sold over 500 sandwiches. What he actually said is they had sold over 2,000 sandwiches on the day of the relaunch.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Which
mother
is-
of pearl.
I kind of thought
Oh.
you guys would call 500 out for being too many, which
Nah.
is why I went with that. But they sold over 2,000 on the day of the relaunch.
Oh.
Crazy.
Which, as someone who's worked in kind of the fast casual space, there is nothing more upsetting than hearing that. And I like, Michael,
Yeah.
I'm sure you could imagine like
I
if somebody
fully
ordered
believed it.
2,000 pizzas.
I mean, I've gotten 250 for one order, so I can believe someone ordering like, I'll have 300 chicken sandwiches, please, thank you.
Oh, now okay.
Yeah.
Since
Oh, is
we're
that
on the
done in 5
topic of
minutes?
since we're on the topic of food service, I encountered one of my absolute favorite experiences, and I've always been behind it as opposed to the one actually dealing with the order. Do you not love when some jackass in, like cut-off shirt, flip-flops, and really ridiculous Bermuda shorts with one of his little broods of failure just floating around him like some sick satellite, walks up to the counter at a restaurant and holds the phone up?
Oh my god.
Oh,
And then starts I'm gonna need one of your chicken salads with this dressing, and don't put any cheese on it, and do this. And then they just sit and look at you,
Hi.
and then you start completing that, and they move on to, and I'm gonna need, and by the time they get to the 18th member of the family that their
Oh.
fucking wife has sent them out to feed, like, you're losing your mind behind them. Because I walked in and this Cafe Rio was abandoned. There was no one in there. There were 2 people in line before me. This jackass chuckle fuck with his kid, and then a woman. And I'm going like, I'm going to be out of here in 5 minutes. I'm going to be home. I'm going to be eating this
no.
food. 25 minutes later, I had just gotten up to order my own food, and I was casting daggers at that asshole's back the entire time.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, I can't imagine what it would be like to actually have to serve somebody like that. It would drive me insane.
Yeah.
That's why I don't usually go up to the front, because there are plenty of those people that do that. My favorite though is when we get Uber or Postmates drivers, and they'll just walk up, no talking, no anything. They'll even cut in line depending on the time of day, and just shove the phone in in your face that says the order and the order number. I will walk away and just say, "What's the number?" And they'll be like, and I'll be like, "I can't read. What's the number?" I
thing
love
is
telling
that-
people that I can't read, and then they'll tell me the number, and then I'll read the receipts that we have for the order, and I'll be like, "Here you go." They'll be
Bro-
like, "Is that it?"
bro,
I don't know. Check the order.
bro.
Bye.
I feel like you and I are the same kind of employee.
I don't. It's not my responsibility to like read your phone. You tell me what you ordered, I will get you your order, but I'm not gonna read your shit.
My favorite thing is that we have so many different beers, and they change almost every day, sometimes several times an hour. So we have a number system so that you can order a number blah. And I like pretending that I'm the dumbest person that's ever walked the earth. And they're like, "Hey, can I get?" And they give the beer name. It's like, "Oh, what number is that?" "Oh,
What?
okay, sorry. Think good."
If you said that as a response, that would be fucking great. No, sorry, think good.
My personal favorite, though, is they walk up, it's like, "Hey, how you doing today?" "Yeah, number 5. "Oh, cool, I'm doing great. How are you?"
Like, why even
Anyway.
bother asking the question if you're if you don't want an answer?
Don't get me fucking started.
Yeah. Now, and then to compound this whole joy on my end, I was chicken sandwiched, if you will, between 2 of my major pet peeves, because the asshole behind me in line was talking business strategies with someone on their cell phone
Oh,
and gave the
speakerphone?
finger
No.
to the person that asked them what they wanted.
I will walk away if they do that. I'll be like, "All right, let me know when you're ready," and then gone.
Yep.
I will do my own thing.
I'm like, I'm
no.
sorry. If you want my service, you come in here ready to fucking perform. Don't act like you need foreplay in order to allow me to actually give you food, you dumb fuck.
It's moments like these when I realize that I'm in a group of my people. You know?
I mean, I always
Like, this
say
is my
at work,
tribe.
the customer is always stupid. Like that's
Thank you.
honestly
That
what we
is-
just go off of. Whether
that's-
they're right, wrong, doesn't matter. They're always
The
stupid.
most PC
Nah.
way I've heard it put lately.
If you want to know one of my absolute favorite moments, and this is slightly hyperbolized, but I'm gonna just run with it because never let the truth get in the way of a good story. I was running a library by myself at the time. There was no one else in the building staff-wise, and I was working on a weekend. And I was already somewhat kind of just beyond the pale here, and I managed this place, so this is fine. But a woman came in with her phone, walked up to the counter, and continued to have her conversation while she was up standing at the counter and, like, trying to get my attention. At which point I just walked up, pulled my cell phone out, held it, and just put it up to my head.
Hello?
Are you there?
And then just
Mom?
pantomimed having a
God.
conversation while they were trying to get my attention, and I just kind of floated around the desk for a minute. I was like, no, you're kidding.
Beautiful.
She really? No.
In this economy?
Yep. And I was waiting for her to put the phone down and actually really try to get my attention, and nope, she just, kept going. So I just walked away from the desk with my phone and left her hanging out there for 5 minutes. It was a really beautiful moment, and I loved every
Glorious.
second of it.
Beautiful.
So
Was there one last? No, the number lie was the last night.
Yes,
live. Okay.
those were my 4.
Wow.
She
I
gave
feel
us
like-
a two-parter up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we are off and on topic in equal measure today, and it's been a good long while since we've gotten that scattered. So
it's good.
It was
Yeah,
like herding
what's-
cats.
What's hilarious is that Courtney essentially did the exact same format that I have planned for next week. So this is going to be just a glorious bout of
What?
giddiness, I think, for a run.
and
Yes.
Ooh.
I don't know if your topic is spooky or not.
No.
Ooh.
No.
No,
Okay.
because his last one was spooky. So
Okay.
now his next one's gonna be nice.
Yes,
and
I
then
got to
after
have
that,
a
we get
lighthearted
another
one.
spook.
Nice.
So my next topic is going to be the much portent and anticipated Bristol stool scale.
Ah.
We're finally going to get
Yes.
around to chatting about shit.
Oh,
Yeah, let's talk some
I'm
shit.
I'm so excited.
So 2 weeks in a row, I'm just gonna be starving the entire time.
Yep. And we'll be talking about a different set of buns and the moist things that go between them.
Ooh.
I'm still working on a couple topics, but if you want one for October for a creepy episode, I've been writing
Your
like
love
some
letters?
stories, yeah, and some like outlines. So I've been looking into like demonology and possession and like weird stuff.
Mhm.
And I've been looking into the lesser keys of Solomon, so I could present to you on all of his demons
Indeed.
and all the weird shit. Yeah.
Well, I know that the former archivist of the Magnus Archives had once won a copy of the Lesser Key of Solomon.
Really?
Indeed.
Ooh.
I still need to check more out. I listened to 2 more episodes after we did our After Dark or our read, and I need to continue.
It's a beautiful, beautiful show. Truly is.
Yes.
Indeed. Well, I guess that is, in fact, going to wrap
Yeah,
us
when
up
the
like
gas
a
runs
Taco
out, the
Bell
gas
chicken
runs
sandwich.
out. It's almost like I've seen the time here, 1:33. It's like, oh, that's where it dies? That's where it
Mhm.
always dies.
Well, I mean, I did have
He's gonna have
one
to take
last
out, like,
question.
49
I figure.
minutes.
Go for
But
it.
no,
Just
you know
kidding.
what?
No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to hear it today.
Oh, really? What's
Do
the
the
matter,
roar.
Michael?
You know
How are you
what?
feeling?
You know what? That's fair.
You feeling
I
okay?
I shouldn't be assuming that people don't want to, talk about their, their weeks and everything. So
Actually, you should.
Oh, well. I guess no one wants to know how we're all doing. Okay.
No one knows. No one cares.
Okay. It will
Why
be a
ask the
mystery.
question if they don't want the answer?
Why ask why? Try chicken dry.
We do
Okay.
have to do an After Dark, by the way. So
I can ask then. Perfect. Thank you.
Allow me to Watkins myself here and
you gonna come while you shit?
Oh, look at the time. It's we're out of here.
got shit to do. Well, that is going to wrap us up like a Taco Bell chicken flatbread, and it's just going to be delightful, surrounded by jalapenos that nobody wanted. And thank you all for being here as per usual. We sincerely appreciate you being here as per usual. We have got a link tree down in the show notes so you can find all of our relevant socials. Go check us out there, give us a little support. And of course, if you dig us on iTunes or Spotify, Google Play, all those fun places, give us a little rate and review because we'd love to hear from you. And naturally, subscribe because that one helps to get all of our glorious content winging your way on a consistent basis, and also lets us know that you're here.
Where?
So we can find you.
Ah.
And fuck you like Michael wants to fuck capitalism.
Ooh, exploit
And mail
me
you
hard, Daddy.
bees.
Bees!
And there's a fun little asterisk for that I'm excited to
is.
finally
I'm
get
very
around
excited
to.
as well.
But yes. And so, naturally, we also have, as we've alluded to previously, content winging your way on the tubes of you. It's YouTube for those of you who don't play the home game.
Oh! I get it now.
Holy bartender.
Indeed. It's a fucking great one. So you can catch us there every occasional Wednesday because at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, there may or may not be additional content just sliding down the pine and headed straight to your eager ears. And we will fill those holes for you with oral delights, the likes of which you've never seen or heard before.
Bet.
And now... we're finally going to say goodbye to you all. So in my very best Dread Pirate Roberts here. No? Maybe? Possibly? I wanted to see your eyes light up, John, and you just...
Nope, I died.
He's dead inside, yeah.
Why? That's...
D-E dead. D-E-D,
I
sorry.
know this one.
The Disinformed podcast has called for your souls.
Yeah, I like when you do the voice.
Do the roar. Oh, ladies and germaphobes, thank you for being here. That is going to wrap it up for this installment of the Disinformed podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm John.
I'm Michael.
I'm Courtney.
And no more, Michael. I mean it.
Oh, I was hoping you would
Would
do it.
anybody
And
like
can
to
you
be
do it in
next?
his voice? Can you do it in his voice, please?
I'm on the boot squad. Zippity zoop, we out of here.